All right. Thanks everybody for tuning into the Let's Talk podcast, whether you are watching or listening. Um, you know what? Actually, before it, well, I'll edit this whole thing out. How do you want your name said? Because I see it in your
Mayka
email.
Rosales Peterson.
Okay, I want to know if you wanted the whole thing in there. So,
Yeah, it's so
all
funny
right,
because my name is so damn long. So people are always asking, like, do I just
that's
say
fine.
Mayka?
And I meant to say that before I started going into the
No, it's
so.
all good. And your screen looks a little blurry. Is it you or is it me?
It may just be on your side. So with
Okay.
this platform, it records from so it's recording from my side onto their system and then your side onto their system. So
Okay.
yeah, what you see is not what will be on the recording.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, my side looks
Yep.
great, but your side is like patchy. So I'm like, I don't know
Yeah,
if
and
it's
well, and you look fine on my side, so I
okay,
think we're
perfect.
good.
Okay.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the Let's Talk podcast. Whether you're watching or listening today, I have Mayka Rosales Peterson here on the podcast with me. She awesome woman. I've had the pleasure of getting to know her probably so it's been since a couple so it would have been since the last channel connect in Nashville's when we probably
Yeah.
first started talking. So it's I've had a nice chance to be able to watch you professionally from afar, and then now as we've been kind of developing more of a professional relationship together. So it's it's been fun watching you, and you know you can't get on we were talking before this. You can't really get on LinkedIn and not see you on there. So it's fun to get on there, see where you're at today. What new thing you have going on. So I'm going to let you give a rundown of who you are, um, outside of the professional, a little bit
Yeah.
about yourself, something that maybe at first glance someone may not know about you. So the floor is yours.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Travis, for having me on. I
Yeah, thanks
appreciate
for coming
you.
on.
To your point, I think I see you on LinkedIn a lot too. So I'm going to give you your flowers because I feel like I know a lot about you more than ever. So I appreciate you for being transparent and just sharing a little bit of your life on social, and I love seeing it. So
Oh, thank you.
um, that's first. And then for me, I work at Intellisys, right? I'm a mom. I'm a wife. My husband served in the Marine Corps for ever. We traveled all over the world, not over the world, over the country. I love what I do in this industry. I do a lot of work in DE&I. Serve on the board for exposure, inclusion, and diversity. So I work with Brandon Knight and Kelly McMillan for a lot of the efforts and things that you see in this industry. One of the big things that I talk about that we do, we changed master agency to TSD. I came from exposure and the work that we've done, right? So I do a lot of work with channel partners in their DE&I board. I'm the new
Okay.
president of ACW.
Yeah, you are.
Excited about that, and I want to talk more about that as well. Something that people might not know about me: I was Miss Panama US in
Oh
2011.
wow.
So I actually have my crown and my sash sitting here. If you want to see it, I
I
can
do
bring.
want to see it. I mean, you
Oh,
can't
you do?
mention it and not show
All
it.
right. Okay. I will bring it out. Give me a minute. Oh, it's right here with me. Okay. So
Yeah,
that's a fun fact.
I don't have anything impressive like that. So
Here we go. Here's the Miss Panama crown and the Miss Panama sash for 2011. So that's a fun fact.
that's really cool.
Yeah, I was able to represent the country of Panama. Um, it was crazy. I was able to meet the president there. Did a lot of work in the United States on behalf of Panama, so it was cool. It's a fun fact. A lot of people are always
That's a
surprised.
yeah, that is fun. That's I mean, I had no idea. I mean, so what do I got in here? Here I got a R2D2
You got
pest
Mickey Mouse.
dispenser and some Mickey Mouses.
Um,
Go on, continue.
yeah. And that's pretty much me. I love what I do at Intellisys and helping partners and suppliers scale and grow through marketing. And I'm excited to just talk with you and talk a little bit more about ACW and the things that we're doing there for women in this space. And yeah,
Yeah, let's get to that. Let's get to ACW. So
yeah,
I have I've had Sharina on before. I've had a couple other conversations with a couple other people that are associated with ACW. Haven't
yeah,
been to, like we were talking before, haven't been to any of the events myself, but go ahead and kind of give a rundown, talk about your new position because I'm sure you're really excited for it. You guys are everywhere, so it's I think that what you guys are doing is very important. I think it's definitely you're serving you're serving a role that someone needs to fill that role, and so I'm glad that you guys are out there putting in the hard work. So go ahead, yeah, give
yeah.
everybody a little bit of a nice laydown.
Yeah. So the Alliance of Channel Women, we are an organization in the channel that is committed to providing education, resources, tools for women in this industry, in the channel industry, to help grow, to help level up, to help know how to ask for the things that they want in the rooms that they're in. And then to create a community, right? So ACW
Oh
is
yeah.
just that, is a place for women to get together and foster relationship and build community, right? And I think that's what makes us really unique in this space, is because we there's not a lot of women in positions of power, and and I think throughout the years we've seen um, more women come into this space, but I think there's still room for us to still shake the space up even bigger. So ACW.
Are there any specific places that you think that there's where are some spots that may be lacking?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's room to grow in any space in the channel, right? I think for me, from a diversity perspective, there's still room for women of color to enter this space, right? And even from a leadership perspective, we still see a gap in how women get paid, right? Women are still paid less. There's still a lot of systemic things that women have to push through in this space. So ACW, we are that organization that I always say that the guys have the golf field, right, where they go and chat and talk and strategize. Our ACW events and our local meetings that we have regionally across the nation are those spaces, right, where we can communicate and share ideas and level up with with one another, right? For me, I always say that I have board of directors, and board of directors for me means my circle of friends that I bounce ideas off, right? Like, what should I be asking for in the room? Like, what in the world is, like, what is a standard bonus that I should be negotiating, or things like that, that my board of
Yeah.
directors come from ACW. Like, all of them are from ACW. Um, so yeah, it's a very, very valuable organization. I wouldn't be where I am today without um, participating in the Alliance of Channel Women. So
I love that.
I'm
Love
excited
to hear that.
for this new role as president. I think my passion, and people know me as the disruptor. Brandon Knight calls me the meteor, right? Because I always shake things up. And I think ACW this year we're gonna shake things up in the
Well,
channel. And I think
going off of that sentiment, what are some things that you guys may have, visioning down everybody usually does a nice forward
yeah,
forecast for 2024. What's on the horizon for you guys? What are some things that you are envisioning, some things that maybe you have just recently started to do or maybe are going to be doing here in the near future? Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, what's coming up?
Yeah, so our theme just overall for 2024 is together, together with each HER being capitalized.
Okay.
And it is the mantra of what we're doing everything with, right? So it just shows that women, we could do everything that we want to do together. We rise together, we grow together. So that means our education, right? The things that we're going to talk about are going to be more thought provoking.
Hmm.
And the local chapters, we're going to expand on that. So, local chapters means more areas across the country where women can get together and network and have events on behalf of ACW. So, we're going to grow there. We're also thinking of expanding to the UK, which has never been done before. So, yeah, that's in the works.
Very cool.
Excited about that because we want to be able to tap into women that might want to get involved in what we're doing, and we want to open it up. So we've been talking about UK, we've been talking about Canada. Um, that's a big initiative for us this year. And yeah, and just continuing to provide value for our members. There's a lot of systemic things within the organization that we're working through to make it a better experience for our members as well. So we're working through that. And yeah, there's a lot of cool things that we want to do. Like
Well,
so
there
many.
is. Well, and I had Emily Champagne on a previous podcast as well, and she was talking about how crucial the mentoring that you guys gave was.
Yeah. Yes.
So maybe talk more about the mentoring side of things. Maybe someone is new, and it's kind of been a common theme. Also talking with Sharina from Data Canopy, uh, it seems like a lot of younger people are entering our industry.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have quite the resources yet. So what are some resources that you guys have available to the channel, things that people could reach out to you guys for, things that maybe when you guys first started out wasn't there that you guys are trying to kind of help.
Yeah, and I that's a great question because I wish I had the resources that we have at ACW here now. Mentorship circles, which is something that was led up by our VP, Akila Morel, who's also the first woman of color VP in the industries, in
All
the
right.
organization's history as well. So we're breaking barriers across the board. And she built something really amazing alongside Alexi, who is her co-chair, and that committee is specifically made to help women mentor one another. So I think we're having our cohort right now for mentorship circles. So if there's anybody who's watching who needs to have a mentor or wants to get connected with somebody in this space that can help them along their career, please reach out to ACW. We have a very strong program for mentorship that has changed so many women's lives, like even mine included, right? And we have so many amazing leaders that are leading mentorship circles as well that are providing value to all of the mentees. Um, each session, all the women meet up for several weeks together. They work through different challenges together, and there's also opportunity for one-on-one mentorship as well. So they can do group mentorship with a cohort or one-on-one. And this is open to all of our members, and you can take advantage of that anytime.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw you guys did a retreat recently too.
I don't know if that retreat was us, but we do host local meetings, right? So we you might have seen a lot.
It may have just been a local meeting.
Yeah, so we a lot of women across the United States hold local meetings, which is run by our local chapters. So we just had one yesterday in Raleigh, where all the women
So
members.
you guys have really positioned yourself to kind of be a resource, kind of they're
Yeah,
everywhere, kind of wherever you're located at in the United States right now. And then, now it sounds like you guys have some expansion coming on, but wherever
yeah,
you're at right now, you kind of there is
you can get
someone
plugged
that
in.
you can reach out to start working with.
Yes, they can reach out to they can go reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to make the connections to the appropriate person, or they can go on our website, allianceofchannelwomen.org, and we could get you plugged in as well. And there's so many different committees that women, like if you want to get involved with ACW any type of way, we are a fully volunteered organization for women in this channel. So if women want to get connected, we have so many committees that you can get plugged into. We have communications, we have events, we have technology, we have financial. So if there's areas you want to grow in, that's a good way for you to get involved and learn more from those committees as well. We're looking for
Well,
volunteers. We're always
um,
looking.
there you go. Well, and I'll put all any links, all of your guys' links. I'll put them in the show notes. And make
For sure.
sure that if there's any way that anybody needs to contact you. But speaking of the channel, how,
Yeah.
let's hear from you. How did you? Let's hear your story. How did you get to kind of where you're at now? Kind of give us the from A to Intellisys slash ACW. Give us
Yeah. So
how's that been?
yeah, it's been, I think everybody who comes into the channel kind of falls into it. And that's what happened with me. I fell into this space. I had no idea what the channel was.
Yeah.
I started my career on the direct side, right? So I've been in technology my whole career. Started off at AT&T Direct, T-Mobile Direct, and then went off to a marketing agency for a little bit because I am a
Okay.
marketer. I'm a
Yeah.
creative. And after a few years there, I found Telesystem, which is a supplier in our network under Bruce Wirt, who is, I feel like I talk about him so much in every freaking interview that I do. He's probably sick and tired of me. But I worked for him.
He'll understand. Bruce is a good
I
guy.
know. Yeah, that's my guy. So I worked for him for 4 years. So I led their channel strategy, led their channel marketing, helped position them to where they are today. Started them from the ground up to where they are. And that was kind of my entry point into channel. And then I moved on to App Direct, where I led their partner programs for their top partners. Was able to dibble and dabble in TSD world, and I fell in love with that space. And then I had an opportunity here at Intellisys presented by Jamal Savoir and John Delozier. And who wouldn't want to work for them? They're amazing. And
They are.
yeah, they're amazing. And yeah, and that's what brought me where I am here today and doing all the work that I'm doing. People might have seen me at the amps on stage. I just emceed our season opener, Amp for Growth. And this year I will be teaching partners about marketing on stage, teaching them about enablement resources. So you guys will see me a lot this year. I will be doing a lot of road shows. I will be expanding. I'm hiring. So we are expanding like crazy at Intellisys, and I'm excited about the opportunity that I have here and the impact that we're driving for our partners and for our suppliers. So I'm
Love to
excited
hear
about
that.
what's
I
next.
like to hear just the story of it all, and so it's
Yeah.
nice. It kind of puts a nice little ribbon on top of it.
I know. It's so
Uh,
crazy how people land into this space and I'm just so grateful for it, right? I wouldn't be where I'm at today without people like Bruce Wirt, John Delozier, Jamal getting me where I'm at today, and I'm just grateful, right? So I love this space. I love this channel space.
what would you speaking of those names and those people, I think everybody kind of has a few people that are very influential for in their story, and who they are. And with us, I was in the energy side for 15 years prior to this, so did the telecom. We did wholesale telecom for 15 years, and then we jumped into the channel. So my guy is Dan Delozier. So I I also think very fondly of the Deloziers. I text Dan every single day. So
Nice.
he was definitely someone that was vital in kind of helping me find my place in this. So it's
Very cool.
if you did want to give anybody a special shout out, any particular person, or you don't want to, if you don't want to play favorites, 1 to 2 moments that kind of change things for you in your career.
I have a lot of folks. For me, I would have to highlight uh my exposure crew. So Kelly McMillan, Brandon Knight, Ronell Richards, Raquel Wiley. That's my tribe, right? So they're my peeps. Like they're the ones that we bounce ideas off, and they're powerhouses in this space as well. And that's my crew, right? And then I would also say other women too, like Nancy Ridge, who was the founder of ACW, powerhouse of a woman. Amy Bailey, who is, I don't know if you know Amy Bailey, but she used to run marketing for Intellisys, not Intellisys, Teleris. And now she has her own agency. She's one of an instrumental person in my life. I can go on and on. Bruce Wirt, Christy Thomas,
Chrissy's,
I
yeah, Chrissy's
love
great.
Christy Thomas. Um, there's so many people. I don't even want to forget because there's so many.
It's a fun industry. There's a lot of great people. There's a lot of influential people in this industry, and so I think that's kind of what's made me feel so, I don't know, at home, because it's just encouraged me to be more myself, because I find a lot of other people here are just welcoming of it. So I
Yeah,
I did, like I said, I did energy for 15 years, and I didn't add in, I hated it,
yeah,
because it was one of those jobs that it paid well, and I had a wife and kids, so it
yeah,
it I did it until I didn't need to anymore, and then finally decided to start doing things I love and haven't looked back. So
yeah, yeah.
this
This is a
industry
good.
this industry makes it easy.
It makes it easy. There's a lot of great people, and I'm just grateful for all the folks mentioned that are just super powerhouses and changing the game. And hey, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without them, right? I wouldn't be a Circle of Excellence winner, a Women of the Channel winner, like all these things
Yeah.
without them.
Yeah.
Without them. So yeah,
Well, when we were talking earlier, you guys are going to have a presence at Channel Partners as well, correct? ACW. Speak to that a little bit. What you guys are going to have there, and then on the Intellisys side as well.
yeah. So on the ACW side, we will be meeting. Hopefully, this is out before March 11th, but we will have our
It will be.
ACW. All right. So we'll see you guys, ladies, at March 11th at from 4 to 7, our ACW Connect Live. And that is good. Obviously, a lot of women that are in the channel who have been in the channel before have come to that event every year. But for those who have not, and this might be your first channel partners, come on, come. We want you to be there. It's going to be a great time to fellowship and to network with women that are amazing in this space. It's going to be 80s theme. So we're encouraging 80s dress up. You don't have to, it's not a requirement. We've been getting a lot of folks saying, do I have to come in 80s? You don't have to, but we're encouraging it just to have a fun time. And
It's
um,
funner if you do.
it's funner if you do, right? We're going to have a keynote speaker who is phenomenal. We're going to have a panel. We're going to give out awards for women that have been doing amazing things this past year. And we're going to have food. We're going to have food because we've been known at AZW to have small hors d'oeuvres, right? And not feed people. So we're going to have food and you're going to feel full.
That's all, and that's always great at Vegas too, because I feel like I never eat when I'm at Vegas.
Yes. I know, because you're like running a million miles a minute, right? And then you forget to eat. And then you get to your room and you're like, did I eat? Like, I don't remember eating today. I've just been going like a crazy person. So
I
there will
feel
be
I
food.
feel like I never eat or sleep when we're at Vegas.
Oh my gosh. You know what, Travis? What do you do to prepare for Vegas? Because that's a whole experience. Like, do you take vitamins or what do you do to keep like just,
Well, I mean, I'm always taking vitamins. I take a pack. I've got like a day pack and a
yeah.
night pack, but I do that every day anyways. But preparing for it, I say a prayer before I get on the before I get on the plane.
That's good.
Well, coming from Ohio, well, and coming from our way, I mean, we have that
Crazy.
time difference, and it
Yeah.
just your body just seems to, as soon as you start getting used to it, you go home. and
Uh-huh.
then it messes up again. So there's just really not getting any prepared for it.
That
I
is the
take a team with you that'll make it fun.
I know. That is the worst part, the jet lag, right? Like waking up and it's 4 in the morning over there. You're just like, if you're coming from the East Coast and you're like, what do I do? Like, do I go back to sleep? I can't. You're just like,
I
it's all messed up.
Well, and unfortunately from Columbus, it always falls that the only flights from Columbus to Vegas are at like 4:45 or 5:30 in the
In the
morning. So
morning.
we're always yeah. So
Yeah.
we always get to Vegas at like 6:45, 7 a.m. Vegas time. So it's like we take our crap to the hotel. They'll put it away, and then there's nothing to do for hours.
You're just like, do we go eat breakfast? Like, what do we do?
Yeah,
know?
yeah. We wander. Well, hey,
You're
well,
tired.
we, I tell you what, I I I am tired because so we had to take my oldest to the ER last night, and
Mm,
so we were up till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, so I have celiac disease and a couple other gastrointestinal issues, and her mom, my wife, has a few as well,
Oh,
and
wow.
so she's got she's got the worst of both worlds.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Jeez
it
Louise.
it it it's been fun, but no, she's good now. She's good now. We got her in. Dr. Soller fixed her up.
Oh my goodness. That's tough. That is so tough. That's an
Yeah,
episode on its own with kid parenting and, like, having to
it
deal with
is.
that's a oh gosh. That's
Well, and this is all after we've already carted her and her 8-year-old sister around all night to dance. They're both there at different times. And we get
oh,
home, eat dinner, and it's
oh,
take this one
baby.
to the ER.
Oh,
Yeah, it is
that's
what it
a
is.
oh, we gotta leave it off on a high note. That's oh
Yeah.
god.
What's something good? What's something good? So
And tell
What's Intellisys got coming to channel partners?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of exciting stuff. We will have a booth presence, we'll have a lounge presence. So if there's any partners or any suppliers that want to meet with us, our team is taking meetings as we speak. So reach out. We also will have our party. So we'll have a huge party that we do every single year. So we're encouraging folks to come and attend, and we're showing up in full force. Intellisys Nation. If you see us, come say hi. We want to meet. We want to, yes, yes. It's gonna
Volli's
be.
here for it.
We're here for it. We're excited. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun as usual.
No, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you guys out there. And I feel like I just got back from IT Expo and I'm already just prepping everything here to go to another one. So
I know.
it's
Get it
travel
done.
season, I guess.
It's travel season. We've hit it.
I love it. Well,
Awesome.
thanks for coming on. I appreciate you coming on talking about ACW. Looking forward to learning more, and I hope that anybody that is listening or watching and has heard all that information, that resource is out there for you. Utilize it. Reach out to them. They're there to help you guys. There's no need to not. There's no. This is gonna rhyme and it's gonna sound hokey. There's no need. There's no need to not succeed in this industry. So it just doesn't
I
make sense
love
not
that.
to utilize that. So
There's no need to not succeed in the industry. Boom.
yeah,
That's
I'll have to clip that, send that to my teenager so she can eye roll me.
I love it.
All right. Well,
This is
thanks.
fun.
Thanks for coming on. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Anytime.